Hey everybody, Jonathan here. We're going to be going over a skater or a skate. A lot of people call it different things. We're going to be on one red spring. Add as many yellows as you want. Tuck your feet in between the straps. You can have your toes facing forward, or you can have them slightly turned out, but don't have them all the way out like this. You want to send your hips back, bend your knees down into a squat, and push out shoulder width apart to maintain tension. A lot of people, when you see them in class, their knees are concave in towards the belly button. So you have to tell them to rotate out their knees, and then they're going to feel it more in their outer thigh. The natural arch will raise, and there's going to be more pressure on the outer sides of the sole. In this position, I like to put my fingers on the bar. We're having our weight equally distributed into both your legs with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to exhale as you push the carriage out 95% so that you don't lock out your knee. And then you're going to breathe in as you slowly bring the foot back underneath the shoulders to maintain tension. The left leg is in an isometric hold as the right leg is pressing outwards at the same time. In a regular skater, your weight is evenly distributed into both of your legs. A staggered skater is where you start in the equal position and then you shift your weight into the left leg, lengthen the right leg, and now it turns into a right angle. Then you breathe in as you bend the right knee to bring the carriage in, and then you exhale as you push the carriage out. Now the difference between these two skaters is one is called skater, evenly distributed, and staggered skater, where more weight is into the target leg onto the platform. The major difference between the two is when your legs are evenly distributed, the range of motion from the right leg will be a lot longer. When you go into a staggered skater, shifting your weight to the left, the range of motion becomes a little bit shorter. You can teach a staggered skater as an exercise. You can teach a skater as a regular exercise, or you can do one and then use the other one as a variation, or vice versa. Things that you can do in a skater is you can have the knees shoulder width apart. I call them knee flares, where you just bring the knees out and in. Don't let the knees collapse in and out. You start rotated out externally towards the third and the fourth toe, and then you pulse out, out, out without moving the carriage. You're going to feel a lot in the outer thighs and the gluteus medius. Another thing that you can do is you can hold halfway out and pulse out and in from the midway point. You can also go 95% out and pulse in and out. You can also add those two and then start with a mid pulse and then go into a long pulse. But you have to remember that when we're in a squatted position, people's lower back tend to hurt. So when I teach squats or skaters or anything hunched over in a squat position, I'll always let everybody know that if their lower back starts to hurt, to please take a break. Another thing that you can do for a staggered skater is once you shift the weight to the side and you extend the right leg halfway out, you can pulse up and down with the left or the target leg on the platform. What I don't want people to do is where they just go up like this. You want to literally sit down and back, up and down, pressing through the heel. But remember, you have to press through the balls of your toes behind the big toe and the pinky toe at the same time. You can do a double variation where you're in a staggered skater and you can have the right leg out halfway, pulse up and down, down and back, then pulse in and out or out and in. What I sometimes see that is not good form is people are down here, but their knees are way forward past their toes, or if they're in a staggered skater like this, but their knee is all the way forward. So just like a squat, we're sitting down and back so that the knee tries to stay above the ankle as much as possible. It's not wrong to go past the ankle, but you want to avoid knees going past the toes. When I was in Seattle, I took Ace's class and she did a platform skater and she calls it eagle. What we do is we go down into a skater and then our arms go out like a wing. And as you press the left leg out, we twist to face forward and up, and then breathe in as you release outwards. Slowly press through left leg, slowly release left leg. So the right leg is in an isometric hold the entire time, and the left leg is pushing out. This is a carriage skater. This is a platform skater. This is a double skater. And you can do combos where you go out, out, and then up and in, reverse out, in, and up.